Hi, my name's Trudy MacDonald. I'm the Managing Director of TalentCode HR. In this video, I wanted to share with you some practical tips around how to deal with toxic people within your workplace. Now, most of us have experienced toxic people at some time or another, and we will appreciate the broader impact that those individuals can have on your culture and ultimately the productivity and performance of your workforce. In fact, what the research will tell us is that if you have just one person in your organization who's actively disengaged and demonstrating the types of behaviors associated with that are toxic, it takes 5 highly engaged people just to neutralize the impact of that person. For those of us who have ever moved on someone from an organization who has been displaying toxic behaviors, we will know the immediate lift in performance and productivity and motivation that we see from people around. So the $1 million question is, how do you actually deal effectively with these toxic people? An effective starting point is actually to ask the question, why are they toxic? And to try to get to the root cause of the problem. I truly believe that most people show up to work with the intention of wanting to do a good job, but also to have a good day at work. So nobody wants to be displaying toxic behaviors. However, there's always an underlying reason why that's what we're actually experiencing. So that's the first thing, to go into this situation realizing that there's probably a reason behind this, and let's try and focus on the root cause of the problem as we move towards trying to shift behavior. Now, it all starts with this concept of establishing expectations. So if you can think about bringing your team together and collectively engaging them in a discussion that talks about how we agree we're going to behave as a high-performing team. First of all, that will engage that individual along with others in a really meaningful discussion. Now, this is often referred to as a team charter, or it may be the concept of bringing your organizational values to life with very tangible behaviors that are relevant to the team and the nature of the work that individuals are doing. This is particularly powerful as it doesn't single out the individual and enables the team to collectively come together and buy in to how they agree to behave moving forward. Once you've got that critical step out of the way, the next recommended step is then to make sure you've got an appropriate accountability framework within your business so that you can be having real-time conversations with individuals when they're not behaving in line with the agreed charter or set of behaviors that have been determined. With this framework, you can then have a very meaningful conversation with the individual whereby they understand the expectation, and off that you can start to focus the conversation on why those behaviors aren't taking place and come at that conversation from a point of concern to understand what's going on with them that's actually impacting their ability to display the behaviors. With that framework, you now have in place a model that can be used to start to engage in meaningful conversations with people who are displaying toxic behaviors. So let's fast forward. You're now having these conversations on a regular basis. There's 2 key things that we need to achieve through these conversations. The first is an awareness that the behavior that they're displaying is having a much broader negative impact. So explaining why that behavior is not acceptable is absolutely critical. That's not enough though to drive behavioral change. The second step that's critical is we need to make sure that people actually have a desire to want to change. And if we can't instigate that desire from within them through understanding either the positive implications of change or the negative implications of not changing, then what you'll find is they will revert back to that prior behavior. And once you get to that point, that's where you may need to take more deliberate action to actually move them through the organization to either an appropriate role or possibly a different organization that's a better fit for them. I hope those high-level tips help. If you would like some training within your organization to help your leaders and managers be more effective at identifying and managing toxic behaviors, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We'd be delighted to have a chat and to see if we can help. Thank you.